Well, hello there guys, it's Vader here, and today we're doing a different kind of video. So, the past month, I have put myself through every single Batman movie I can find. That comes out to about roughly 50 movies. There is one movie that is not in the thumbnail and that I just could not find, or I just could not watch. So, stay tuned for that, we'll talk about that later. Of course, disclaimer, I do majorly nitpick in each movie, but that's me. Is like the problem that I found with the movie, and also, like I said, majorly nitpick. Follow. Oh yeah, and the rating system. I need to stop stuttering. The rating system could be a bit off it sometimes, but that's each movie got what I rightfully deserved, in my opinion. So, just saying that, follow bat.hater, like I was saying earlier, on Instagram, because I will be posting each page in this notebook, not like every single page, but the one for like each Batman movie, and you could just see like the entire page. I'm going to be posting that a day, so make sure to go follow that, and I'm also going to be posting a picture of the thumbnail without me in it, which took 3 hours to make. Yeah, this video has been taking forever to make. So, without further ado, that's about it. Let's get into it. Number 1, Batman 1943. See, this movie is weird. I could only find only one like episode of it. It's supposed to be like a 15 episode series. Yeah, show. This is movies. But see, since I only found one, I just counted it as a 20-minute movie. So 1943, I like the narration aspect. It's old. The cave was weird. The fighting was weird. The aspect ratio was weird. I thought there was some dating stuff that was going on. It was weird. It was quite simple. There was some Italian dude in it. For its time, I'd say it's pretty good. But looking back at it, it's okay. So I gave it a 3.9 out of 10. 1 is terrible, and 10 is amazing. That's the rating system for that. That's what I usually do. Number 2, Batman and Robin, 1949. Had the same thing with it. It was old, weird bat symbol with it. Some of the characters were kind of accurate. The suit was weird. It was pretty good for its time, I'm saying, but it's not that exciting. I gave it a 3 out of 10. Worse than the other one. Batman the movie, 1946, with Adam West and Dick Ward. I love Adam West. He's probably the best Batman in my opinion, because it's just so wacky and hilarious. 1966, the opening was weird. It was wacky. But it was kind of wacky throughout the movie, especially with the bomb scene. I thought it was pretty funny, but it's wacky in a good way. There's going to be some movies in here that will try to be wacky like this, but do not succeed and become terrible. I like the run-on joke that everything has Bat in front of its name. Yeah, good production. The writing was good. I thought it was pretty good. Weird penguin though. Yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Batman 1989. Good score. The bat was. I liked how they were scared of the bat. There's some parts were kind of weird. Harvey Dent was weird. Some movies that we're going to talk about today have run into the same problem. I do not like when characters just change the character's race or gender for no reason. They did that in this movie with Harvey Dent. I like the idea that Batman was a myth. They had Vicky Vale. The Gordon and Batman relationship wasn't there. He killed people. Yeah, and so I gave it a 5 out of 10. It's still entertaining. Batman Returns, 1992. It was kind of weird. The Penguin, I didn't like how they did the Penguin. Same thing for Catwoman. The score was still good. She just had a mental breakdown. Batman still kills. Penguin kind of felt like a pedo at times. There was just no logic, and well, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Same score for the last one. It's Michael Keaton. It's a classic. Batman Forever, 1995. Like I was saying earlier, it tries to be wacky at times. It's weird. Two-Face was wrong. Same thing for the Riddler. The fighting was kind of weird. The writing was weird. They did do one thing right. I liked how they made the Robin suit. But he was like Robin. Speaking of Robin, he was too old. They should have casted a younger person. It was not weird in a good way, so I gave it about 3.5 out of 10. And they could have cast it better, of course. Batman and Robin, 1997. Weird opening. There was like a Superman reference in the beginning, which also didn't work. And when they were during this time when they made this movie, Superman had a sidekick, which they was like, that's why Superman works alone, but he doesn't. That's yeah. The bad writing, bad quits. The action was weird. Like it had the same problem with the other one. There was no logic. He was also still being called Robin. I think they were trying to do some of that Nightwing story of him going and becoming Nightwing. But he was already wearing the Nightwing suit, but still being called Robin. I didn't like that. Wacky. Poison Ivy was kind of hot, but that's still the bad writing. Anything is terrible. Gave it a 2 out of 10. Terrible. There's still worse movies. We haven't got through the video yet. The Batman Superman movie, 1997. It was the animated one. It was animated. I liked the time lapse in the beginning. The Joker didn't have his iconic red smile, which I didn't like. It's still kind of relatable. The writing was good. It was kind of somewhat comic accurate, and I just thought it was pretty interesting. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, I know Superman, but they could have done it better. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, 1993. The thing with this is it kind of felt like some of these like animated ones kind of just feel like a long episode of like the Batman series or anything like that, stuff like that. The girl was weird. The opening was good. Like Bruce, I didn't like how they did Bruce. He kind of felt weird. It was pretty decent from the 90s. There's some symbolism. There was like no Robin. I knew who the entire time. I just called who Phantasm was. Pretty obvious. There were some references in it. The writing's kind of weird at times, so I gave it a 3.8 out of 10. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, 2000. So, I do like the premise of, like, Batman Beyond, of, like, an elderly Batman, like, mentoring, what's his name? I can't remember. Terry. The idea. I like his character, his jokes. He's pretty cool. Scarecrow didn't make sense. He was in a Joker game, but he still wanted a Scarecrow. He should have just been his own character by himself. No sense. There's sometimes the animations are weird and the lines come off weird, but most of the time it's pretty good. They did not mention Jason, which I had a problem with. They only mentioned how Tim was abducted, which is not comic accurate. It was Jason because like people called the line because like whenever they did the story of Jason dying, they had like you could like vote on it and like fans wanted him dead. The ears were a little bit too pointy, but I gave it a 5 out of 10. Batman vs. Dracula, 2005 came out. It kind of felt the 2000s vibe to it. The jokes are okay. Like I said, it looked like this. Other one felt like a long TV episode. Penguin was there. The concept was cool. I like the idea of a Joker vampire. The writing was okay. So I gave it a 4.3 out of 10. Came out 4.3, yeah. And it came out when I was born, so that's cool. Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero, 1998. Good writing. There was some light humor in there, which I liked. Good Mr. Freeze. They did him good. The animation was also good. So was the characters. Felt kind of slow. The pacing could have been faster, in my opinion. But it had a good ending. So I gave it a 4.4 out of 10. Batman, Mystery of the Batwoman. Came out in 2003. Opening credits were a little weird. Batman looked kind of weird. There's some nice transitions in there. I like the mystery aspect to it. That sometimes Bane looked kind of weird. I knew the like plot twist who it was the entire time. It's pretty obvious. They had a good ending and it was pretty kind of a nice story. So I gave it a 5.2 out of 10. I like this than some of the others. Batman Gotham Knight, 2008. Good opening. The POV was pretty cool. It was kind of weird. The animation was kind of weird. The writing was good, but it was just nothing but a movie compiled of nothing but short stories. The first story is the best, but I gave it a 3 out of 10 because I'm not going to go through and rank each single short story. It's going to be wasting time. Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. Oh, I'm not even halfway done yet. Gotta get through. Came out in 2010. I like the beginning, the government aspect. Felt kind of like Civil War with some of the characters, how like they were going with the government. Animation was kind of weird. Good writing. The fight was cool. I like the references like Doomsday. I like the juicing aspect of Lex Luthor. But the part when he kissed Amanda Waller was weird. I didn't like that. And Toyman's voice acting was kind of weird too. But I did give it a 4.9 out of 10. Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, 2010. I like the idea of there was a President-elect. Batman looked kind of weird, so did Superman. Supergirl was weird. Darkseid also sounded kind of weird. Weird Supergirl. She was kind of, yeah. Batman seemed like a dick at times. Wonder Woman just made no sense. The only character cool I found at times was Superman. I liked how they had the trio, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Doomsday, the army of Doomsday was pretty cool. There was the last fight scene was pretty cool against Darkseid and Superman, so I gave it a 4.8 out of 10. Some of these I wish I could have rated a little higher. Batman Under the Red Hood, 2010. Good opening, good writing. I saw this when I was a kid, so I'm a little bit biased, but good animation. It was pretty deep and thrilling. I was invested. The writing and good action, emotional. The good score was good. I like how they did like a lightning strike and they like kind of like did a thing when like he took off his helmet. It was pretty cool. So I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. One of the highest rating movies I will say today. And so some of these it's good to look back on. Most of these, it's not. Batman, Year One, 2011. Good opening, had a good cast. Walter White was Gordon. Bryan Cranston, I like the voice actor for that. So I was a little bit biased. And also, I'm quite familiar with the guy who voiced Batman. He could be quite weird at times, but I still liked him. He was good in Gotham, I believe. There's some foreshadowing, good writing, and good origin. So I gave it a 5.8 out of 10. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1, 2012. It's an old Batman. It's based on the comic. They had Jason there. The writing and animation was good. I like the aspect of him retiring. The pacing was quite good. The fight scene at the good was good. At the end was good. Robin was okay. Good jokes. Good Joker premise and build up. And they tried to do that in Gotham, but it didn't work out right. And I gave it a 5 out of 10. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 2, 2013. Good Joker premise. I like how this Superman, there's a character that had her titties out and was a Nazi. It was kind of weird. The fighting was good, though, mostly. The animation and the writing was good. There's a good build-up. Somewhat accurate. Nice Batman and Superman relationship. There's an off-brand character that kind of seems like Conan O'Brien, which I like. Oh, Conan O'Brien. They probably could have done Conan. He probably would have been up for it, I guess. Superman kind of felt bad. And Batman kind of felt like a dick at times, but that's alright. So I gave it a 5.4 out of 10. Batman Beleaguered. Lego Batman Beleaguered, 2014. It was just bad writing, cringy. Worst Alfred, it was annoying, it was for children. 2.5 out of 10. It's terrible. There's still worse ones, though. The Lego Batman movie, 2017. Most of the jokes land. I like the writing, the animation was good. Gordon, they had the same problem with Gordon and Catwoman. They, some reason, made them black. I'm not racist. Deshaun and stuff. But, like, I'm saying, they could just, like, they did the same thing for Wally in The Flash. What's with people replacing white gingers with black people? But it still worked out fine. The microwave scene was relatable. The Robin was kind of too nerdy for me, but I gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Batman Unlimited, 2015. Is weird. The only good thing was the intro. Everything else was weird. Childish, not interesting. Penguin was so muscular up here, but he just skipped leg day, and it's quite boring. I give it a 2.5 out of 10. Came out in 2015. Batman Unlimited, Monster Mayhem also came out in 2015. It was also kind of wacky, bad writing. It was weird. Only good thing was the intro and how they had Red Robin. Cyborg was kind of cool. Bad writing, bad story, and I didn't like the idea of a Joker virus, so I gave it a 2.5 out of 10. Son of Batman, 2014. I like the opening. The writing was quite good, so was the fight. I like the premise of Deathstroke. He seemed weird at times. It came off as weird at times, but it's pretty okay. I liked him anyways. The premise. I really liked how they did Batman in this film. It's pretty good. I like the chemistry. Same thing with Nightwing. I thought it was cool. I liked Damian, and I liked the suit, so I gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Alrighty. Batman versus Robin, 2015. The opening was good. I like the chemistry. The doll maker was cool. Same thing with the fighting and animation. I like the characters. The idea of Talon and his origin in the Court of Owls was also quite cool. And the good ending, the good fight between Batman and Robin. And I like the drowning scene. It's quite intense, and I liked it. And the Robin was cool and good team up, so I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. Batman Bad Blood, 2016. Cool beginning. It was quite cool. Batwing was kind of weird, nice. No, Batwing had a nice suit. I liked the animation and fighting and the premise. Damian was a monk. There was Nightwing, which was Batman for a little bit, which was cool. A premise, good writing. The villain was quite cool. Something about lesbians I don't remember. The plot twist I really liked. There were some nuns with guns, which I thought was kind of funny. Nunges, as I say, call them. Jokes landed. I liked the humor, so I gave it a 6.3 out of 10. Batman, Assault on Arkham, 2014. Cool suits. Not really about Batman. The nice animation was cool. A cool introduction. Music is kind of weird. I like the gore. The Joker was quite cool in the idea, and the good ending. Animation was kind of weird, cool. I like the animation actually. The good fight, cool fights. Yeah, 4.9 out of 10. Batman the Killing Jokes, 2016. Batgirl. I didn't like the idea of them fucking. The entire half of the movie could just cut. The rest of it was pretty good. I liked the Joker. Card playing scene was good. Good Joker. Mark Hamill did a good job. It was somewhat accurate. Good Joker origin. Weird ending, but good. 5.5 out of 10. Batman Unlimited, Max vs. Mutants, 2016, had the same problems, but they also cut the origin from the other two, which I just did not like. There's a weird fight scene. The intro was worse. Damian got him wrong. Bad Batmobile. Fixed Green Arrow, but I gave it a 3.5 out of 10. Batman, Return of the Caped Crusaders, 2016. I like the animated, how they did the animation. The intro was cool, so was the intro and the voice acting. I like the classic writing to it, and it was a good movie overall, so I gave it a 5 out of 10. I do give it a lot of 5 out of 10s and 4 point something. Batman vs. Two-Face, 2017. Adam West it's another Adam West one. It was wacky, I liked it. The Hugo Strange was kind of weird. Same thing with Two-Face. The origin was wrong, but it still works with the movie. It was fun, entertaining. Writing is old, and it did the meme of Batman like slapping Robin, which is pretty cool. So I gave it a 4.2 out of 10. Batman and Harley Quinn, 2017. It is wacky. Nothing stands out. Bland. Batman swore. Nightwing and Harley Quinn have sex. You could consider it rape, but you probably could have stopped it. It's terrible, not interesting. Then the musical, like, nightclub scene was bad. It was weird, cringy. The ending was weird. I gave it a 1.5 out of 10. My least favorite, I'm pretty sure. Lego Batman, Heroes Unite, the movie, 2013. Animation's a bit weird. It's okay. Same story as the game. Bad writing. I don't know why they made it into a movie. It was supposed to already a game. I gave it a 2.5 out of 10. Scooby-Doo and the Batman, Brave and the Bold, 2018. I like the Scooby-Doo aspect. Batman, he did like a test on him, didn't make sense. Aquaman talks like he's in the 50s. Some of the jokes land. I like the stupidity, especially Aquaman. Aquaman did a Red Hood joke, which was pretty funny. 4.5 out of 10. I gave it. Batman Ninja, 2018. The anime style was quite cool at sometimes, but how they designed some of them I didn't like. So the writing was weird. Alfred was weird. How they did the time was also quite weird. The premise, there's monkeys, a sumo Bane, all Robins, but their suits were weird. The English God is too reliant on a few things. Red Hood was weird. I didn't like the mechs. It was pretty weird. The bat suit in the end was cool though, but I gave it a 4.1 out of 10. Batman and Bill. It was a documentary. I disagree with a few things they say, but the payoff was good. I liked the build-up, and I felt good after watching, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Another one came out in 2017, if I didn't say. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, 2018. It was old school. It was kind of like Spider-Man Noir. I like the Jack the Ripper part. The Batman suit was kind of weird, though. 800s versions of the character, 1800s version of the characters. There was no feminism, which is good. Good fighting, animation, and writing. And the plot test was off, of course, good. So I gave it a 6 out of 10. Batman Hush, 2019. It was a cool Nightwing suit. There was a nice new 52 Easter eggs. Weird writing, weird Damien talk. Joker looked kind of weird, and they were kind of antagonized. I forgot who they antagonized in the movie, but it's pretty good. I think the Joker and how they like made people think Joker killed Hush or whatever, which was cool. I thought, yeah, they got me. They did a cool plot twist, so I gave it a 4.4 out of 10. Lego Batman, Family Matters, 2019. It's just the story was off from the original Red Hood story. It made no sense. It's weird. It almost had all the Robins. The voice acting was kind of weird. The family, no, Batman, I didn't like it, so I gave it a 2.2 out of 10. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2019. Good opening. The suits were okay. It seemed like for kids at first they started doing gore. Did some gore, it was okay. Fighting was good. I didn't like how they started making them into like snakes and stuff, which was weird. Yeah, they kind of made Robin annoying. I was kind of invested and had some mature themes in it. Like I said, I didn't like animals, but I gave it a 5.1 out of 10. Batman, Death in the Family. It's just under the Red Hood, but with some other short stories attached to it and some narration. I like Superman because it was just at the end. It came out in 2020, 2.5 out of 10. Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 came out in, I think, 2019. The animation was good, so was the writing and the good Two-Face build-up. I like the duo. It was quite chilling. I knew it was the Joker. Eyes could be a little bit bigger. There's no Playboy aspect to it. Good ending, though. 5.5 out of 10, I gave it. Batman The Long Halloween Part 2. There's a good comic panel intro. I like. Yeah, they made Poison Ivy quite fine. There was a good fight. Batman was kind of a pussy at times. I like the crime. Harvey Groot. I like the idea, like the build up to Harvey Dent and how they did him was pretty good and comic accurate. It kind of hurt though because I actually liked him in the first one. Good animation, writing, and story was good. So was the fighting, and yeah, the plot twist got me. So I gave it a 5.6 out of 10. I didn't expect. And of course, spoiler alert for all the other movies. Batman Saw the Dragon, 2021. No context in the beginning. It was kind of weird. It didn't start making sense until like 10 minutes. Felt like an 80s like kung fu movie. The lizard creatures were weird. There was King Cobra and Bronze Tiger, which was cool. The old school was cool, kind of cool at times. You could have probably like replaced Batman, somebody else, and it could have worked perfectly fine. You could have just made a different kind of movie. Something about they called Batman White Rice, which is pretty funny, and it ended with a cliffhanger. 4.3 out of 10. Yeah, they had another one. I'd watch it. They don't. So, Batman Begins, 2005. Is okay. It wasn't actually Ra's al Ghul. It was just his right hand man. The score was good. Got some of the stuff wrong. Bruce kind of did some weird stuff. Talked in whispers. Killed people at sometimes. Okay, it was okay. The suits were okay. Killed people. Good Lucius Fox, which I liked. Rachel was kind of annoying, so I gave it a 4 out of 10. The Dark Knight, 2008. Good beginning. The suits were okay. There was no Robin. And I didn't like how Christian Bale said, "Oh, if they add Robin, I'd quit." That's stupid. It's overrated. Good Alfred, though. There's only a few movies where they messed Alfred up. He had the Playboy. There was a good Harvey quote, like, "You either die as a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain." Good score. No joke. The Joker was... He's kind of overrated. I'm sorry to say. Heath Ledger did a good job, but he could have... I wish they did something else with the character. Not all white. He is not all white, and they could have got him a lot better, in my opinion. And they didn't nail everything right. Alright, The Dark Knight Rises, 2012. The score was, of course, good. Gordon, wrong. Stupid. Oh, yeah. Robin, I didn't like the idea. The score was good. Catwoman was okay. Bane's character was okay. I wish they made him look more comic accurate. Something about South. Oh, yeah, there was a South Park episode making fun of this, and I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah. They didn't. Yeah. They did the Breaking Back thing. Talia Origin was wrong. I kind of expected it, so I gave it a 4.4 out of 10. Batman versus Superman. 2016. It's kind of weird. Probably like the worst live act. Not the. I don't know. Worst. But like they got him wrong. He killed people. He lacked a bunch of things. Who was Jack? It was kind of weird at times. There's like a stupid kid. Jimmy Olsen was bad. I like the branding, like Superman going to court. He was pretty down bad for Lois. Bad Lex. Good logo. I like the logo Lex, but it was a bad Lex. Good score, but he had a good logo. I gave it a 4.1 out of 10. Batman. Oh no, I already did that. Okay. So next is the Batman. Came out 2022. Robert Pattinson did a good job. I like how they did everything. The animation. I liked how they did the CGI. It was quite realistic at times. The Joker, I didn't like the suit. They probably could have done better, but the writing was good. They had the relationship. They could have, I don't know, they could have probably casted Gordon and Catwoman better, but still did a good job. Whoever played Catwoman was still fine, I'd say. Suit was good. There was Riddler suit. Did quite good job with that. And they probably could have just like, I'd say, use their Batarang more often, but besides for that, I'd probably say they did quite a good job for it. So I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. So I hope you guys like that. Oh yeah, for 51, Batman fights Dracula. Why can I not watch this movie? Because it is a form of lost media. So I give it a 7, the highest. Alright guys, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share the channel to all your friends and stuff. And hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I stream or upload a video. Big news, sadly, I'm going back to 2 uploads a week because this summer, after this video, I'm going back to 2 uploads a week. Because this summer I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff and be busy, so I'm only going to do 2 uploads a week. Sorry, not sorry. And to answer the big question, do I still hate Batman after watching all of these movies? Yes. I fucking do. I hope you guys like this video. See you guys next video or stream. And Bat Haters out.